Keira Knightley is
Hello.
here. Hello. You are Joan Clark in the Imitation Game, a very important role because you kind of focus Alan Turing in moments of doubt, or help him out, or just push him along. Tell me about getting into the mindset of this character.
I don't know. I really loved the character. I just thought she was a very intelligent, very lovely, very driven human being. And I sort of, I loved the fact that I think for that time, the fact that there was a woman who was at the heart of breaking the Enigma code when there were so few women in such high-powered jobs. That's the wrong way of putting it, but certainly very few high-profile mathematicians at that particular period. I thought that was an extraordinary thing, and the friendship between her and Alan, I thought was also lovely. The fact that it was a kind of meeting of minds, and that for a second they both went, "Oh, maybe we could get married. Maybe this would work." And then, of course, his sexuality, it was never going to happen. But I thought that was all really interesting.
The challenge of playing a woman in a man's world at that time. This is not something, when we look at it, with the audience I was in, oh my gosh, this doesn't make, how could it be? This, it's not like back in the 19th century. It's it's the 1940s, but still, there was such, a woman can't do this.
I mean, I sort of love the fact that, that there's a line it's very on the nose in the film, but it's like, I'm a woman in a man's world, I can't afford to be an arse. I think I've misquoted, but it's a very good, that's what I really liked about her. She doesn't go in there like a bull in a china shop because she wouldn't get what she wanted. So she's very nice. You don't see her coming. She's very gentle, but little by little she chipped away and she got in the room and she got the respect of the people, even though she was as qualified, if not more, than all of the guys there, and definitely should have had a place at the table. She still had to work extra hard and she didn't have she had to be constantly nice and constantly keeping what she felt underneath the surface. She didn't have the luxury of misbehaving.
But she was never meek.
No.
That's the thing.
I mean, very driven.
Very driven and very forthright and, polite, but also very
I think it's
focused.
a very clever way of behaving, even today, and I think even though, of course, it's 10 times better today for women, 100 times better for women, there is still a question of, we're hugely underrepresented in all parliaments, in all business, in all media, in all, I mean, there is still issues there, and definitely, if you go in like a bull in a china shop, you don't get your way. You get known as various horrendous things. But, to go in there and be very quiet, it is covert. And I actually, for me, thought, that's a good lesson.
Playing opposite Benedict Cumberbatch as Alan Turing, tell me a little bit about that, because he's very believable as somebody else, and in this role you forget that he is who he is, and you believe that he's Alan Turing.
That's that he's a very brilliant actor. Benedict's been a friend of mine for years, and we've worked together before on Atonement as well, so it was really lovely getting to work with him again. It's always lovely working with friends, particularly playing friends, because you get to bring your own chemistry, the reason that you're friends anyway, to a piece of work. So I think we both felt that was going to help within the whole thing. He's a wonderful actor. He always has been. I mean, like I said, I've known him for years. He's worked more than any actor I've ever known. He's got more work out there. He's covering every single field. If he's not doing theatre, he's doing television, he's doing film, he's doing voiceovers, he's doing radio, going out to dinner with him is a nightmare, because he's always late because he's always working, and he's always got to leave early because he's always working as well. And I think it's been really lovely over the last few years that he's had the success that he's had, that people have finally, that for whatever reason, and Sherlock is brilliant, but he's done lots of brilliant work, that hit, and that got that zeitgeist, which has now meant that people are really starting to take notice of him, which is fantastic.
Is there a kind of role that you want to do that you haven't done yet?
Yeah, there's lots, but I can't really define it like that. I think it's always sort of just really what interests me, and I'm not quite sure.
But what's interesting you now
next.
after the Imitation Game, apart from what you may have already finished that we haven't seen?
I don't know. I haven't found one yet.
You haven't found one yet?
No.
You're still searching?
I'm searching away. Yes.
But you're very good when you're in comedies too.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that's the thing. I want to see more of that.
Okay, all right. So maybe I'll search in that direction then. Good to know.
Keira Knightley in the Imitation Game is Joan Clark. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks
Pleasure.
a lot. Cheers. Thank you.